Kahalal Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakadash, Kwam Jasharala, green to the hopeful elect, right led by the Spirit. We're going to finish the book of Daniel, chapter 10, 11, and 12. Let's get edified. Chapter 10, Visions of the Glorious Man. In the third year of Cyrus, king of Persia, a message was revealed to Daniel, whose name was called Belshazzar. The message was true, but the appointed time was long. It was before the end of time, and he understood the message and had understanding of the vision. In those days, I, Daniel, was mourning 3 full weeks. I ate no pleasant food, no meat or no wine came into my mouth, nor did I anoint myself at all till 3 weeks were fulfilled. Now on the 24th day of the first month, as I was by the side of the great river that is the Tigris, the Euphrates, I lifted my eyes and looked, and behold, a certain man, clothed in linen, whose waist was girded with gold of Uphaz. His body was like beryl, his face like appearance of lightning, his eyes like torches of fire, his arm and feet like burnt varnished bronze in color, and the sound of his words like the voice of a multitude. That's Yahweh Shai, man, the Lion of Judah. And I, Daniel, alone saw the vision, for the men who were with me did not see the vision, but a great terror fell upon them, so that they fled to hide themselves. Therefore I was left alone. Then I saw this great vision, and no strength remained in me, for my vigor was turned to fertility in me, and I retained no strength. Yet I heard the sound of his words, and while I heard the sound of his words, I was in deep sleep on my face, with my face to the ground. And so he was afraid of the prophet he was about to see, man, which is the end of days. Prophecy concerning Persia and Greece. Suddenly a hand touched me, which made me tremble on my knees and on the palms of my hand, and he said to me, O Daniel, man, greatly beloved, understand the words that I speak to you, and stand upright, for I have now been sent to you. While he was speaking this word to me, I stood trembling. Then he said to me, Do not fear, Daniel, for from the first day that you set your heart to understand and to humble yourself before Yahweh your Elohim, your words were heard, and I have come because of your words. But the prince of the kingdom of Persia withstood me 21 days, and behold, Michael, one of the chief prince, came to help me, for I have been left alone there with the kings of Persia. Now I have come to make you understand that what will happen to your people in the latter days, for the vision refers to many days yet to come, which is now. Then he said, Then he had spoken such words to me, I turned my face towards the ground and became speechless. And suddenly one having the likeness of the sons of men touched my lips. Then I opened my mouth and spoke, saying to him who stood before me, My Lord, because of the visions my sorrow have overwhelmed me, and I have retained no strength. For how can this servant of my Lord talk with you by my Lord? As for me, no strength remains in me now, nor is any breath left in me. Then again the one having the likeness of a man touched me and strengthened me, and he said, O man, greatly beloved, fear not. Peace be to you. Be strong, yes, be strong. So when he spoke to me, I was strengthened, and said, Let my Lord speak, for you have strengthened me. Then he said, Do you know why I have come to you? And now I must return to fight with the prince of Persia. And when I have gone forth, indeed the prince of Greece will come. But I will tell you that what is noted in the scriptures is truth. No one upholds me against this except Michael, your prince. Basically, he was going to let him know about the end of days, which is now. Also, in the first year of Darius the Median, I even stood up to confirm and strengthen him. And now I will tell you the truth. Behold, 3 more kings will rise in Persia, and the fourth shall be far richer than them all. By his strength, through his riches, he shall stir up all against the realm of Greece. Then a mighty king shall rise, and who shall rule with great dominion, and do according to his will. And when he has risen, his kingdom shall be broken up and divided towards the 4 winds of heaven, but not amongst his prosperity, nor according to his dominion, in which he ruled. For his kingdom shall be uprooted even for others besides these. He's talking about, how after the Persians came the Greece, the Romans, and then, the UN and the US and the UN, and then afterwards the kingdom of Yahweh Shai, you know what I'm saying? Warning kings of north and south, both kingdoms. Also the king of the south shall become strong, as well as one of his prince. He shall gain power over him and have dominion. His dominion shall be great dominion. And at the end of some years they shall join forces, for the daughter of the king of the south shall go to the king of the north to make an agreement, but they shall not retain the power of her authority, and neither he nor his authority shall stand. He shall be given up with those who brought her, and with him who begot her, and with him who strengthened her in those days. But from a branch of her roots one shall rise in his place, and who shall come with an army into the fortress of the king of the north, and deal with them and prevail. And he shall also carry the gods captive to Egypt with the prince and the precious articles of silver and gold, and he shall continue more than a year. Then the king of the north, also the king of the north, shall come to the kingdom of the south, but shall return to his own land. However, his son shall stir up strife, assemble a multitude of great forces, and one shall certainly come and overwhelm the pass through. Then he shall return to his fortress and stir up strife. And the king of the south shall be moved with rage, and go out and fight with him, with the king of the north, who shall muster a great multitude, but the multitude shall be given into the hand of his enemy. When he shall taken away the multitude, his heart will be lifted up, and he will be cast down tens of thousands, but he will not prevail. For the king of the north will return and muster a multitude greater than the former, and shall certainly come at the end of some years with a great army and much equipment. Now in those times many shall rise up against the king of the south. Also violent men of your people shall exalt themselves and fulfill men of the vision, but they shall fall. So the king of the north shall come and build a siege mount and take a fortified city, and the forces of the south shall not withstand him. Even his choice troops shall have no strength to resist. But he who comes against him shall do according to his own will, and no one shall stand against him. He shall stand in glorious land with destruction in his power. He shall also set his face to enter with the strength of his whole kingdom, and uproot upright ones with him. Thus shall he do, and he shall give him the daughter of a woman to destroy it, but he shall not stand with him or before him. After this he shall turn his face to the coastland, and shall take many, but a ruler shall bring the reproach against them to the end, and with the reproach removed he shall turn back on him. Then he shall turn his face towards the fortress of his own land, but he shall stumble and fall and not be found. Then there shall arise in his place one who imposes taxes on the glorious kingdom. But within a few days he shall be destroyed, but not in anger or in battle. And in his place shall arise a vile person, to whom they will not give the honor of royalty, but he shall come in peaceably and seize the kingdom of intrigue. With the force of a flood they shall be swept away from before him, and be broken also the prince of the covenant. And after the league is made with him, he shall act deceitful, for he shall come up and become strong with a small number of people. He shall enter peaceably, even with the richest places of the province, and he shall do what his fathers have not done, nor his forefathers. He shall disperse among them the plunder, the spoil, the riches, and shall devise his plans against the stronghold, but only for a time. He shall stir up his power and his courage against the king of the south with a great army, and the king of the south shall be stirred up to battle with a very great and mighty army, but shall not stand, for they shall devise plans against him. Yes, those who eat of the portion of his delicacy shall destroy him. His army shall be swept away, and many shall fall down slain. Both these kings' hearts shall be bent on evil, and they shall speak lies at the same table, but they shall not prosper, for the end will still be at an appointed time. While returning to his land with great riches, his heart shall be moved against the holy covenant, so he shall do damage and return to his own land. Basically, there's some Israelites, especially the northern kingdom, are going to almost get it, but at the end they will fall off short, man, and show their true colors, man, and not make the cut, man. That's what it's saying, because they'll revert to their old ways. The northern kingdom's blasphemies, it says, see, that's where it goes. At the appointed time he shall return and go towards the south, but it shall not be like the former or the latter, for ships from Cyprus shall come against him. Therefore he shall be grieved and return in rage against the holy covenant and do damage. So he shall return and show regards to those who forsake the holy covenant. See, he'll revert back to his boo-boo-ass ways, man. And forces shall be mustered by him, and they shall defile the sanctuary fortress. They shall take away the daily sacrifice and place their abominations of isolation. Those who do wickedly against the covenant he shall corrupt with flattery, but the people who know that Elohim shall be strong and carry out great exploits. And those of the people who understand shall instruct many. Yet for many days they shall fall by the sword and flame, by captivity and plunder. Now when they fall, they shall be aided with a little help, but many shall join with them by intrigue. And some of those understanding shall fall to refine them, purify them, and make them white until the time of the end, because it's still for the appointed time. Then the king shall do according to his own will. He shall exalt and magnify himself above every Elohim, shall speak blasphemous against the Most High, Elohim of gods, and shall prosper till the wrath has been accomplished, for what has been determined shall be done. He shall regard neither the Most High of his fathers, nor the desire of women, nor regard any God, for he shall exalt himself above them all. But in their place he shall honor a God of fortress, and a God which his fathers did not know he shall honor with gold and silver, with precious stones and pleasant things. Thus he shall act against the stronghold fortress with a foreign God, which he shall acknowledge and advise its glory, and he shall cause them to rule over many and divide the land for gain. There you go. Basically, false doctrines, man, will infiltrate, the truth and try to cause damage. It says, Northern Kingdom's conquest. At the time of the end of the king of the south shall attack him, and the king of the north shall come against him like a whirlwind with chariots, horsemen, with many ships, and he shall enter the countries, overwhelm them, and pass through. He shall also enter a glorious land, and many countries shall be overthrown, but these shall escape from the hand. Edom, Moab, and the prominent people of Ammon, whites, Chinese, and Japanese, he shall stretch out his hand against the countries, and the land of Egypt shall not escape. He shall have power over the treasures of gold and silver, and over the precious things of Egypt, also the Libyans and the Ethiopians. They shall follow at his heels, but news from the east and the north shall trouble him. Therefore he shall go out with great fury to destroy and annihilate many, and he shall plant tents of palace between the seas and the glories by a holy mountain. Yet he shall come to his end, and no one will help him. Basically, anybody, wishy-washy, almost had the truth, 3/4 of a nigga or half a nigga is going to fall short in the end. Now, chapter 12, prophecy of the end of times. At that time, Michael shall stand up, the great prince who stands watch over the sons of your people. And there shall be a time of trouble, such as never was since there was a nation, even to that time. And at the time your people shall be delivered, every one who is found written in the book. And many of those who slept in the dust of the earth shall wake, some to everlasting life, some to shame, everlasting contempt. Those who are wise shall shine like the brightness of the firmament, and those who turn many to righteousness like the stars forever and ever. But you, Daniel, shut up the words and seal the book until the time of the end. Many shall run to and fro, and knowledge shall increase. Then I, Daniel, looked, and there stood two others who at the river banks, and on the other river banks, and one said to me, man's cloth and linen, who was above the waters of the river, how long shall the fulfillment of these words be? Then I heard the man clothed in linen, who was above the waters of the river, that's Yahushai, when he held up his right hand and his left hand to heaven, and swore by him who lives forever, there shall be for a time and a half a time, and when the power of the holy people has been completely shattered, all of these things shall be finished. Although I heard, I did not understand. Then I said, my Elohim, what shall be the end of these things? And he said, go your way, Daniel, for the words are closed up and sealed to the time of the end. Many shall be purified, made white, and refined, but the wicked shall do wickedly, and none of the wicked shall understand, but the wise shall understand. And from the time that the daily sacrifice is taken away, and the abomination of desolation is set up, there should be 1,290 days, just about like right now. Blessed is he who waits and comes to the 1,335 days, but you go your way to the end. For you shall raise, and I will rise you to your inheritance in the end of days. There you go. Selah, hallelujah. That's the end of the great book of Daniel. Basically saying that enter to the end. There's not going to be no half-stepping, you know what I mean? Whoever is not fully invested is not going to make it. A lot of nationalities, a lot of people will be burned, you know what I'm saying, in disappointment. This is the truth, man. That's the end of the book of Daniel. Glorify be Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, man. Stay the course, Joshua, and do what you got to do. Shalom.